Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another midweek podcast. This week we watched The Old Guard. And Austin, what's the synopsis?
Brief synopsis here. We got a covert team of immortal mercenaries is suddenly exposed and now must fight to keep their identity a secret, just as an unexpected new member is discovered.
Hmm.
Boom. And this is what drew me to it, right? You got a little sci-fi, you got a little immortal, and you got a little new.
Yeah,
I was interested. I was drawn in not only from the name, right? The Old Guard just sounds super cool, you know,
yeah,
but it was something a little different than we've watched in the past.
100%.
Definitely different. Still a well versed movie, and it was new. It's not
Yeah,
like it was an older movie that we're going back and trying to watch, or
right.
it was something that was kind of up there and new. So I'm curious because I know you're not a sci-fi person.
Yeah.
You're more of a I've heard it called loser, but we won't go there.
I mean, I like Star Wars and Marvel and stuff. I just like, I guess I don't know where I draw the line in this weird sci-fi stuff. And this was like on the line that I would normally just not watch or not enjoy that much. But first off, I need to start with this. Can you do us a favor, the listeners and me a favor?
That depends
Do you still have all the rankings we've done in the past?
of like Marvel and such.
Oh no, of our movies just we've done for the pod.
Oh no, I haven't
Okay.
created it yet. I plan on creating it after this episode.
Okay, cool. Because I'm like I'm curious to know like where, because I don't want to like put this somewhere and then be like, oh wait, no, this was actually worse than that movie, but I'm rating it like higher on accident.
Oh, uh-oh.
So I want to be able to like kind of place it nicely. But no, it was a good movie. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. It was a solid watch. I will probably never watch it again. Just
Okay.
if it's on, like I wouldn't watch it again. Like I thought the cast was great. Like Charlize Theron, I love her in Hancock. I loved her in Mad Max. This movie,
Wait, she was in Hancock?
yeah, she
She was
was like,
the mother?
yeah,
I did not know that.
she's
See,
in,
I found out a lot of other things, a lot of other movies that other actors were in the movie,
yeah,
but not her.
yeah. So she's in Bombshell. Like she was good in all those that I remember her from. This one, I maybe it was like the can I speak to your manager haircut that bothered me. I don't know, but I was just like I felt like they could have had a better actress in that. I don't know why. I mean, it's not like she was bad. It's just she didn't like grab my heart or catch me.
Oh, Andy drew me in.
Well, see, there that's good though. And
There
then
was just something about her.
the dude from Harry Potter, I'm getting sick of seeing him everywhere.
Dudley.
Dudley needs to just stay Dudley and not do anything else.
First off, when he showed up, I was like, okay, I know him. I was like, that is Harry from Queen's Gambit. That's where I went first.
I that yes.
And then I said, wait, I know those teeth.
Mm-hmm.
I said, that's from Harry Potter.
See, the only reason I knew it was Dudley's because after I watched Queen's Gambit, you watched it like a week or two after me, and then you told me you won't believe who this guy is. I was like, no idea. And then you told me it's Dudley
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I went straight Queen's Gambit right away.
because that's Harry's brother, right? Or like cousin.
Yeah, cousin.
So yeah, like I was like, no, like no. So that's the only way. If you never saw Queen's Gambit, I never would have known that was Dudley unless I like did research on it. And I was like them using him to be like this top of a company, this bad guy. I didn't like that either. Like that's a role like Jesse Eisenberg should have been in.
Yeah.
Or not. It doesn't have to be Jesse Eisenberg because he does a bunch of movies and stuff. But like somebody else, I don't know. I didn't like Dudley either.
So like, what's weird, right? Is so this guy Merrick is the head of this tech company, whatever, bad guy, whatever.
Yes.
Well, also in Now You See Me 2, Daniel Radcliffe is the same role.
Oh.
He's the head
Oh,
of a
that's right.
yeah, and so it's just very strange of like where they took their roles.
Yeah.
That was very weird. I didn't like that one either.
Yeah. So it was good. I'm trying to like I liked the whole cast. All the guards I liked.
Yeah, the guards were really good.
Like every one of them. Booker was awesome. I forgot the other three's names. They were
Mohamed
all just,
Salah looked great.
do what?
Mohamed Salah. That's what
That's what
like
you reminded me
back
of.
to Liverpool. I was like, Liverpool's here.
It was good. The one thing that really bothered me was at the very, very beginning when she was in that picture and she's like, "Oh, can I take that picture for you?" And she deleted the picture. She didn't go to the recent deleted and delete that picture.
Oh,
And
okay.
that bothered the heck out of me. I'm like, "Oh, you're trying not to be seen?" Like, these girls are gonna remember, "Oh, we took a picture of the three of us on our selfie, like, we're still gonna post it because it's blurry and but it's still your recent deleted."
Who, as a grown adult, goes into their recently deleted and deletes those unless you have something to hide?
Me, I don't have anything to hide. I just delete all my recently deleted. I try and keep all my little kilobytes as free as possible, man.
Well, look, let's
Because
just explain.
kilobytes go into megabytes, and then those go into my gigabytes, and I'm not having it.
Let's explain to the listeners how big of a weirdo you are.
Go ahead.
You originally, and I know you've changed recently, but when we first met and began being friends, you deleted all your text messages when you were done with that conversation. So if we had texted and been like, "Hey, who won the Liverpool game?" you would have responded Liverpool and then deleted that text message because
If
you
I
didn't
knew
want.
we weren't going to talk the rest of the day, yeah.
Like, that's ridiculous.
Because like, you don't realize like keeping your text messages takes up so much just space on your phone.
And now you do it every night.
Most nights, yeah.
The only one you keep is your wife's, which respect to keeping
Yeah,
your wife.
it's probably the one I need to delete the most because it's like 6 gigabytes.
Probably.
And yeah, no.
It's
So
just a bunch of
I'm
kissing emojis.
maybe I'm an old guard. I'm not gonna tell you.
Okay. Don't bring the movie into this.
No,
But
on the movie podcast, don't bring the movie in.
but I did like that she went in and deleted the photo like sneakily, right? Which is like,
Yeah,
oh, like turn around like, oh, let me catch that for you. Real quick, do you know who the CIA agent is?
he looks so familiar, but without looking it up, and I hadn't yet. No.
So I did it without looking up. So he could be in other things that I don't know. But the
Mhm.
one that I do know, because for some reason I absolutely love this movie and I've seen it like 5 times. 12 Years a Slave.
I haven't seen it.
That movie, I literally own it.
You do?
It was like $5. I bought it.
Dude, let me borrow. Is he the main character in it, or is he
He's the
just
main
his side?
character. No, he's the main character in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I thought in the movie who was younger. Maybe it's because it's been a while since it came out.
Yeah, but that's where I recognized him for. So the minute he showed up on screen, I was like, this is a 10 of 10 movie.
Did you know he was gonna be bad?
No.
Me either. And I'm normally pretty good about seeing that stuff coming.
Right?
I didn't see it coming in this one. And
Yeah.
I mean, I guess technically he was bad. The one I really didn't see coming was Booker.
Right? That honestly threw me for a big loop.
Because there were so many things like there was no like hint or even like a chance of because of the stuff he was doing the whole time. The only time you could be like, oh, he's bad is once you found out the CIA agent guy was bad, that oh, Booker's the one who set this meeting up, and it was so sudden. But like
Correct.
when they came in and kicked through the doors and stole uh Rory, was that one of their names? When they stole the two guys,
Yeah, Joe and somebody.
stole them, they kidnapped them, just took them. I don't know what word to use there. You can't steal. Took them. When they took him, why didn't they take Booker too?
Correct. That was
Like
strange.
just because he was all broken up, they know they're immortal. So why wasn't
Correct.
he taken? And it's not like they only needed one or two people or just her. They needed
Correct.
all of them.
They wanted all of them.
So
Exactly.
in that sense, why wouldn't they have taken him?
No, I agree.
So it was very weird him coming out bad. And of course, like they did it so they could set up a second movie.
Yeah, of course.
Like that second movie is super set up. I don't know if it'll happen, but
Yeah, very set up.
it's Netflix
Very.
and yeah,
I'm so excited if it does happen. Like, I'll watch it
I watch it.
actively. Like, it was a good enough movie for me to rewatch.
Okay.
I did like the Nile bring in. Nile, the new agent,
Uh-huh.
right? How they kind of brought her in and
Oh yeah, yeah.
like taught her and showed like the struggles of what it would be like to become immortal and I guess become immortal at a late age, but you don't know if you become immortal at a late age,
Right.
because you've never died before,
Yeah.
which is strange too. But I I hope they do continue the series because I want to know like the why. Why do you end up not being immortal? Like what changes?
Will they ever figure that out?
They did. I don't know if they'll ever figure it out. I mean, maybe you know like they kind of explained you have to serve your purpose or whatever. Like
Mhm.
because Andy had saved all these different people, she saved this person, and that he created a cure for cancer, or saved
Right.
this person, and it turned into learning how to fly for the first time, or whatever.
Yep.
And maybe once you've kind of served your, you know, whoever you're supposed to save, then you become immortal.
Right, right.
I thought it might have to do something with their weapons because what was weird to me is they all carried like swords and axes and knives from like what I felt like the
Yeah,
1500s.
yeah, yeah. I think those are just the weapons they've liked and they've carried with them.
Got it. That they've just kind of become experts at.
Right. I didn't take it in the sense of it being like something special to them, especially since like Dudley was trying to use it.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He was. I did. What I'm interested of is how they explain how this Gwen girl got out of that metal box at the bottom of the ocean.
That's gonna be great.
Because she just stands there, and you're like, wait, hold on. Because you think about it, right? You're in a metal box that's locked at the bottom of an ocean. You sure you're immortal, but how are you ever going to get out?
I guarantee you it's another Dudley kind of guy who like his dad or like family are the ones who originally took her, dropped her, and then just the family has passed down that location. And he ended up randomly one day being like, "Is this true?" Sea dive, brought it up, and she's breathing.
Could you imagine just constantly living and dying for like 500 years?
That would be freaking insane.
That would be miserable. I mean, here's the thing: like you die, right? You wake up from being immortal, and then your eyes open, and you still don't have air in your lungs. Let's be very clear.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're alive for maybe
Choking on
20 seconds.
water. Yeah, you're just choking on water right away.
Yeah,
And so, like, there's no way, like, I'll lose a lot of respect for the movie if she escapes because it would be physically impossible.
well, you don't think for 500 years if you're punching on this metal thing, it's bound to break in the water
It's spiked.
on her
They
where
said,
her hands are?
they said the inside was spiked.
Okay.
And we never saw the inside, but they said it was spiked. And the only way that I
When
could
the
see it,
doors were open, I don't remember seeing spikes.
I thought they said it was spiked. I don't think I wrote it down.
Yeah, when the door was open, I don't recall it being spiked.
But the only thing that I could potentially see would be like maybe the lock rusts off
Yeah, yeah.
in the water after so many
And
years, and it
especially this stuff is from like 12s.
exactly.
So,
So it just breaks open, and then she can kind of swim up, just
right,
continuing
right.
dying. Um, but that was interesting. I liked most of the fight scenes.
I was gonna say they were good fight scenes for like being. I mean, Netflix is doing really well and becoming something, but just not being some top like Mission Impossible movie
Correct.
or something along those lines.
It
It
wasn't a
was
Mission
very good
Impossible.
scene.
It wasn't a Marvel. It wasn't something that's like highly anticipated. But the fight scenes were still really good. I liked the mixture of guns and hand-to-hand weapons.
Yeah, yeah. The hand to hand combat was amazing.
Like when she was in the church and she had a sword in one hand and her pistol in the other.
That was wild.
That was like crazy.
I thought that was gonna be like the best scene, but I think even when they were storming the building at the end, she had some crazy things she was doing.
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean,
No, I was a big fan of that. Um, it really made my skin crawl watching Nile at the very end recuperate. Like after she jumped
oh
out the
dude, that
building
was
with Dudley,
nasty.
and then watching her hands like come together, I was like, "Oh, it just didn't sit well with me."
Like when her fingers are all bent and like
Yes.
like flipping back on, I was like, ugh,
Oh, that one just hurt my
no,
heart there.
thank you.
That one legitimately hurt my heart just to watch and see what it was all about. But it was good overall,
Yeah,
right? It was a great movie. You know, I think where I'm going to rate it, you will be more surprised than some others would be.
okay,
But I mean, overall, it was a great movie.
yeah, yeah.
It was a great movie.
Well, not great. It was a good movie though.
I wrote in my notes, literally word for word. I hope Buck dies a gruesome death. I was so upset when he like turned on them.
Yeah,
I was
but
like,
I mean, he's alone
die.
for 100 years.
I know.
I
I mean,
feel bad for him. I was like, no, it's so long.
well, I do have a question about that too, right? Because when there's a new immortal, everybody dreams of that immortal, right? And they all start taking notes and blah blah blah. So they know of Buck. Now that Buck's going to be alone for 100 years,
Booker,
are they
Booker,
what,
Booker.
Buck? Well, they called him Buck.
Did they? They called him Book.
I thought they called him Buck.
No,
Whatever.
why would they? Why would we go from Booker to Buck?
Whatever they called him. I thought it was Buckner. Buckner. Buckner.
I'm gonna look it up right now. I thought it was like Booker, like the WWE wrestler Booker T.
This is either one of us is bad at hearing, and I know it's probably me.
It's definitely you. His name is freaking Booker. Booker.
Yeah, it's me. It's me. So what was I saying? Oh, since he's going to be banished with them for 100 years, are they going to dream about him for 100 years?
Why would they dream about him?
Because like what they dreamed about Niall when there was another whatever immortal that they weren't with.
No, it wasn't that they weren't with. It was that person like had their first thing happen to them.
Yes and no, because if you listen to Muhammad Salah, because I don't know his name,
he was Joe.
He was Joe? I thought the other guy was Joe.
Nikki.
No. So Joe said, we dream about them when we're not with them. The dreams stop when we meet. So maybe because they've met, there's no more dreams? Because that is something that, gets that obviously raises a question to me, right? Because who is it really a punishment for? If you send him away for 100 years and you're going to dream about this guy for 100 years,
yeah, I think it was just like until they meet for the first time then.
Okay.
And
Fair.
then Niall, I think, has a little bit more going on with her.
Yeah.
She's preparing for the future movie because she's dreaming about people from the past.
Got it. Okay.
So
Fair.
she may actually be like the almost like the most powerful one, really, if that's a thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So I mean, that would stink if that's all they dream about is him. But the thing is like how do you? I mean, they've been doing this for a long time, so they know. But in 100 years, you're telling me that little city they were in is going to be the same in 100 years?
Right? Yeah, you were going to
don't have cell phones, so
yeah, that weird.
I don't know. Maybe just like make him like do all the chores for the next 100 years.
That's what I'm saying. You always got to do the dishes, bro.
Or at least keep them with them because people are after you guys.
But it also seemed like at the beginning of the movie where they all like re-met up in wherever they were, Sudan or Afghanistan, or they had not seen each other in a while.
Right.
They all embraced like, oh,
yeah.
It's good to see you again. So maybe, and it makes sense for them all to kind of go their own different ways.
Right.
So that way, if they do get caught, it's only one of them getting caught, or two if you're Joe and Nikki.
Right.
But so yeah, maybe they can kind of disappear and be okay and not worry or dream about anyone.
Yeah.
It's possible. The worst fight for me was on the airplane.
Yeah.
It was just bad choreographed, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
my thing is like, I get Niall is like a soldier and blah, blah, blah. And he's been around for a bajillion years. So, and she's going to, no. Like, that was so unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, good for Niall holding her own, but there's no way. Andy has so much experience. And if anything, the guys that they took on later on would have been better trained because they're farther along in their army training than Niall was.
Exactly. She's so young.
Yes.
I thought that was super weird.
Yeah. No, that was, yeah. There are just like some scenes it was just like really cheesy. Just little things that like the whole the tasting of the thing that looked like a Hello Dolly to me, the little dessert thing she tasted, and she's like,
the baklava.
Yeah, I was like that was 45 seconds that did nothing for the movie. She likes sweets. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
To me, it showed me that like they're very close, and and she knows, since she's been around forever, she can like break apart those things.
Yeah. So maybe it was a cool thing, and I'm a hater.
You're honestly just being Debbie right now. Debbie Downer.
Downer. That's me. You know who it is. Yeah.
So, because I think you're going to be lower than me, as expected. What is your rating?
This was hard, because like I gave it a 67.
67.
Yeah. I mean, I like I said, I didn't love it, didn't hate it. It was a good watch. It wasn't miserable watching it. I would not watch it again. I wouldn't actively go out of my way to watch it again. Like if we're sitting down and somebody puts it on, I'm not going to say like, I got to leave or don't put that on. Like if they're like, hey, this is my second time watching it, I'm like, yeah, we're not watching that right now. But if I've never seen it, I want to, like, yeah, go ahead, do whatever. in the second movie, I'll watch it, but unless it's like for the podcast, I won't like wait to watch it on the like be so excited for it. I'll like wait a week or so and like do it when I have time. It won't be top of my list once I see the release date.
Not like Money Heist, where first day.
That yeah. That
Got
first day, I may have to take a vacation day to watch the whole thing.
There's a good chance I do. I have so many vacation days. There's a good chance I do.
Exactly. I mean, it's yes, different time, but yes, Money Heist, yes.
So I went back and forth for quite a long time.
Okay.
Okay, I literally teetered on the edge of these two numbers. Okay, and it's a big threshold, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm thinking you're high. Like you would be high, but for some reason, I think you're gonna go lower.
Lower than you?
No, lower than what I'm thinking.
Okay. So I was teetering on the edge of these two numbers, and they were, they're, how do I put this? Substantial. It's a substantial jump. It's a one number gap, but it's a substantial jump in the movie genre area.
Okay.
Right. So I came in finally after much deliberation. I came in at an 80.
An 80. So you're between 80 and 79.
I was between 79 and 80, but that difference between that 79 and 80 was honestly just the look of swords and axes. If you want the honest truth, I could not get over the swords and axes.
Like in a good way, like that helped your score, or
yeah, like I love action with not guns.
Yeah, like hand-to-hand combat, the martial arts stuff.
Right. I love more of that stuff than like I'm standing 100 yards away and I can pop you straight through the head. Like those things are cool, don't get me wrong, but like when you actually have good fighting scenes with swords, axes, katanas, what like those draw me in.
Yeah.
So that got me at an 80. It is not the highest rated movie we've seen that I've rated.
Yeah.
I actively looked. And I sat down and thought, I Care a Lot or The Old Guard.
Oh, I Care a Lot's so much better.
Those were my two, and I Care a Lot did come up on top.
Yeah, I Care a Lot. Like it was great, and I watch it all the time.
I don't know that I'd watch it all the time, but I definitely have recommended it to a lot of people and will watch it again actively. I will probably watch The Old Guard again. Like if me and you sat down and you just hypothetically, you were like, oh, I want to watch The Old Guard again. I'd be like, okay, like I'm in, like it's cool. I wouldn't be like, no, we've both seen it already. I'd watch it again.
You wouldn't pull a me.
Yeah, I wouldn't pull a you is what I'm telling you. I wouldn't be that guy at a party. I would be like, yeah, let's watch, whatever the heck you want to watch.
Did you ever see a trailer for this movie?
I did not.
When they the first like 15 minutes all got shot and they were just dead, were you like, what did I just turn on? Like, what is going on?
Well, I wrote 15 guys all shooting. That's a bit much. And then I said, with the whole coming back to life thing, it can either be really well done or really poor.
So you knew they were going to come back to life?
I did not, but once I saw them come back to life, like at that point, like in my notes. But when they all like it opened up and they all got shot, and she was like, and then it kind of jumped back in time a little bit.
Yeah.
And then it went forward. I was like, okay, so we're gonna see like that's her death. That's the end of the movie, right? That's the expectation.
Yeah.
And then it happened again like 5 minutes later, and I was like, all right, so where are we going now?
Yeah, I was so confused. I was like, wait, I haven't been watching the movie that long. Like, what is going on?
Correct. Yeah, I was not expecting them to come back to life. Part of me, if you want the honest truth, without reading, because we didn't really read anything. I didn't really read anything. I didn't watch
a single trailer.
I expected it to be more sci-fi and like her soul or all their souls jump into another body.
Yeah.
And then they'll have the same like mind and talent and ability, and then they still just protected.
Yeah. See, I just thought it was like the Old Guard, and then once you told me it was like a sci-fi kind of thing, I thought it was just gonna be like monsters and stuff like witches and stuff like that.
There's nothing wrong with monsters and witches.
No, nothing at all. But that's where my mind went with like the sci-fi end.
Fair.
Not to like it's almost like a normal action movie. Yeah. But it has like the sci-fi twist, like a Terminator kind of thing.
Yeah, it's got something a little different on it. So
yeah.
But no, overall, really good movie. I would recommend giving it a watch if you haven't.
Yeah.
I know we have. Well, I think our next movie was a recommended pick.
Recommended by Mr. Nicholas. I get yelled at for saying people's last names by my co-host, so I won't drop his last name until he approves it. But by Nicholas. Beep. He recommended the movie Six Underground with Ryan Gosling on Netflix.
So basically, we're gonna when we record this next.
I will hold back my man crush.
Okay, good. I was like, I don't want 30 minutes of your love for Ryan Gosling.
No, I'll give you 30 seconds and then I'm done, and I'm gonna
Okay,
kick the heck out of him.
I can accept 30 seconds,
Okay.
but yeah, 30 minutes would be way too long. So Ryan Gosling, I haven't seen anything of it. I haven't watched a trailer. I don't plan on watching a trailer or anything. I plan on just jumping straight into the movie.
Yeah.
That's how I like to do it. I like when we get recommendations or when we're picking movies, how I do it is I just kind of pick a movie that sounds good off the title. I don't like watching trailers or, anything like that because I want to be surprised.
Yeah. See, yeah. I like bad movies are spoiled in the trailer.
Correct.
But that's how I judge a movie. Is if the trailer gave it all to me and I watched the movie and I could have picked it all up from the trailer, we got a problem.
Exactly.
But I have not watched the trailer for Six Underground. I was gonna watch it last year, I just never got to it.
Oh, I'm surprised.
Yeah.
And then for those wondering, I finished Game of Thrones.
Oh,
That was disappointing.
not happy.
Not happy. If you want the honest truth, I'll give you a little extra little tidbit here before we end.
Give it to us.
I would give it out of 100 a 75 because 75% of the series was great.
Get out of here. It's so much better than that, even though the last season was trash.
The last season brought it down so much, Christopher, it's not even funny.
The first 5 seasons alone, just the ending stunk, but it's no less than an 85 with the first 5 seasons.
Well, okay, if I'm only taking the first 5 seasons into consideration.
No, I'm saying all 7 seasons into consideration.
No.
But the first 5 are so good, immediately 85 is the lowest you could possibly go.
Well, I started reading the books, and by reading the books, I mean listening to the books.
Audiobooks.
And there is so much that's left out of the TV show that's in the books already, and I'm only 3 hours into the books.
Don't start being one of those guys where the book was better than the movie. No, dude. We get it. You can read. Congratulations. I'm gonna sit there and watch the movie. I don't care what they missed.
I listen. I'm not a reader. I want to be very clear. I cannot read. I went to public school. We didn't read.
Homeschoolers, we know how to read. We don't say, oh, the movie was better. Yeah, or the book was better. We know the books are better. Nobody's got time for it though.
Yeah, this first book is 33 hours listening to it.
That's insane.
That's over a day of listening to this guy read.
One book. Season 1, what was it? 12 hours, maybe?
Right. So that was your extra little tidbit for the day. We look forward to seeing you guys back on Sunday. Monday. We will have it back on Monday.
We're going to ask a question of best vacations. And I got a wild blender story. So come back Sunday. Or Monday. Sorry. Monday. Maybe Tuesday. Who knows? Come back next week when you see us on your little podcast app and check out these stories. But until then, we love you guys so much. And we will see you next week.